There we are. Hey, everybody. It's Jim, Final Neuron, back just like clockwork, right on time, punching in not a minute late, without missing a beat every week on Monday at 9:07 sharp. So,
We did this on purpose.
the most eminently reliable show anywhere in the interweb tubes. That's how we're branding. I'm going to be branding exclusively with that message from now on. Whatever it was, I'll go back and watch it later.
We'll make t-shirts.
So we're doing our Star Wars role play, and we're approaching the end of our current session, which I've titled "Revengeancing." And the last thing that happened was our dear lad Druto Bibble engaged in a dogfight out in space and knocked out a couple of very stubborn tie-wise, Y
Whichever.
ties. It sounds like something you would drink in Hawaii, but it was a Y tie. And Ral has just, he knocked out a guy while he was pooping. And now they're carrying him back to Ral's ship. So that's where we left off. So, Daniel, I believe you were headed towards the planetoid. Does that sound right? You guys won the dogfight, and then you were headed towards
I think so.
the planetoid, where the base is.
Unless we saw more things to blow up, that sounds right.
And Blark was headed there with his ship also. Okay, so let's go back to Ral, who was dragging the comatose but still technically alive body of our villain out of the luxurious living quarters that he had.
Yes.
So, from what I saw, you told your buddy to carry the guy back to your ship, right? Glorbo, to carry him back to your ship.
And I'm helping.
Okay. And I helped. Our villain has a very unfortunate condition known as partial nudity. He has nothing on the bottom half. Well, I don't know. Maybe his pants are bunched around his shoes. No, I think you ripped the pants off completely, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say that the shoes came with it. So he's got Spasso has half of a very nice looking suit on. Except it's like, you know how your shirt tails look when they're just kind of hanging with nothing under them? Like it doesn't look dressy anymore. That's how he looks. That's the state that he's in. Yikes. That just reminded me of something I wish I'd never known about.
I'm not sure I want to know either.
There we go. So you were headed back from this facility here towards the docking bay where your ship is. Okay, right. So you guys head down the hallway, and it's you, and you notice the other two guys that were out here. Like they're not here anymore. It looks like they've already gone back down the hallway. But you had another, you had a Glorbo and one other guy with you. So anyway, you get down here and you notice the other team of guys that were over near this door are still kind of like hanging out there. It looks like they managed to breach the door somehow, but they're kind of like hanging out in cover on either side of it.
Okay.
The door is actually kind of like open and looks like it's jammed open.
Okay. I'll holler over to the guys. Did you guys go through that door?
No, of course not. How are we supposed to with those guys shooting at us?
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I got to open that up in my drawing program. Okay, so what do you do next? You've gotten that done. Thank you for not coughing.
Yes. You're very welcome. I was pantomiming. Ooh. No, I'll just
What's that? So you've got you're still hauling dude under his arms and by his
Right.
feet. And you know those guys are still engaged in a fight. And so you
Okay. I'll say to the other security guys that are not me or Glorbo,
right.
I'll be like, "Hey, go give your friends some help."
And so they kind of look at each other and they kind of start like walking slowly over there.
Reluctantly walking over there.
Yeah, basically. There we go. Now I can draw on it.
Yay.
Okay, so you get a little incoming call on your comms. It's on the open channel that the whole team's on. And so you hear Glark say, "Hey, Rao, are you still down there?
Yep, still here.
All right. Make sure that guy's secure, but hold him down there. I'm coming down."
Okay, we've secured him. I think we're gonna need Druto down here as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fine. Yeah, I'll call him here in just a minute.
All right, thanks.
Click.
I'll look over at Glorbo and say, "Well, let's let's keep a watch on this guy, and let's keep a watch on that guy too." And I'll point over to the blue milk guy, who I'm assuming is still unconscious.
He's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that
He's
one's
still
dead yet.
And so Glorbo and your pad, which you keep handy whenever Glorbo's around, your pad says, "Oh, so you want me to kill him?"
You do you, man.
Okay. And so
Just do whatever, buddy.
So he immediately drops Spasso's feet and unslings his rifle and starts walking over there.
Well,
Oh man.
he's doing him.
Are you gonna just wait on him or what?
How far did we get?
You're like up around the nose. You're inside the docking bay, so you're up around the nose of your ship.
That'll be fine. I'll just put Spasso down wherever he is.
Okay. All right. So you just lay him out on the floor.
Yeah.
And you're kind of getting him settled, not that gently, like his head may have hit the decking. And right about the time his head hits the decking, you hear a boom. And then Glorbo like comes walking back around from behind that box. and he just
yeah. I give him a thumbs up. Yeah.
Murder. Yeah. You gave him a Mentos thumbs up.
Oh man.
Okay. So there's guys over there at the door. Every once in a while, one of them will kind of peek in. And then, like, one time he's peeking in, a blaster bolt comes out and impacts the wall up here somewhere. What will you do? Are you just going to chill until Glark gets down, or what?
I'll say over. I'll talk to Glark over the comms
Okay.
and say, we're still not finished down here, but but we do have Spasso. Just a heads up.
Okay. You have Spasso, but you're not done.
There's still some people shooting.
Oh, holdouts. I got it. All right. So you're planning to chill and wait on him?
Yeah.
Okay. So Druto is headed towards the third planetoid where the base is. And he gets a call coming in on his comms. It's Blark. And Blark says, "Hey, kid. How you doing? You guys in good shape?"
Yeah, we're good. Just keeping an eye out.
All right. Get your ship down to the base down there.
Okay. They need something?
Yeah, they need you.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll have everybody else flying watch over the top.
Okay. I'm headed that way.
Okay. And so I'm assuming you go straight down there and you fly into the docking bay. And you land your shaped ship. Right. Actually, I do know what shape it would be.
His
roughly.
very rectangular ship.
Your
like
kind of a tie pod with
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Y-wing nacelles attached to it. Ship. Something like that.
It's a much safer shape
Yes.
than some shapes. Barely.
Not nearly as overtly anatomical as Ral's ship is.
It's just the way you draw it, okay?
It's not. So you get down and you touch down, you pop your cockpit, and you look around and you see the guys that are kind of bunched up over here. Now there's like 6 of them or whatever that are bunched up over here. And you see Ral like hanging out right about here with Glorbo, and they're just kind of like laughing and chatting.
I'll wave Druto over.
Okay. So I'm gonna climb out and walk over there, kind of like trying to assess the situation. Like, why am I here?
Okay. So as you're getting over there, a landing craft comes in and sets down right about here. The ramp drops down and Blark gets off.
I'll walk over to
almost right away
to meet Druto.
Okay. So you guys naturally walking, you're going to meet up right about here. About the same distance. And Blark meets up with you guys. But you'll have a few seconds to say something to Druto before Blark walks up.
Okay. Well, I'll walk up and say, "Hey, Druto, how you doing, man?"
I'm okay, thanks. What's going on?
Well, I really got to apologize to you, man.
What?
Well, you see, back on Glova, you know, they've tried to take our ships, but I was the only one that got to kill anybody for it. So here you go. You kill this guy.
Uh,
Come on, man. I'll slap him on the back.
I've got him all tied up for you in a bow.
Have I noticed Spasso yet?
You know there's a person lying half naked on the floor over there at Glorbo's feet.
Is that Spasso?
Yeah, that's him.
What?
You brought your rifle, didn't you?
Yeah, but where are his pants?
Don't worry about it.
That's okay. You got this one too. It's okay.
No, that's not fair.
So about this point, Blark walks up and he's like, "Well, boys, looks like everything's in good shape down. What are those guys doing?" And he looks over at the guys stacked up over there.
Holdouts.
They didn't get past the first room.
I guess not that way.
And so he starts yelling at, "Hey, you idiots, get that place clear right now." And one of them's like, "But boss, they're shooting at us." "Get it clear now." And they kind of like look at each other and then they just like immediately all pile into the room and you hear a bunch of blaster shots going off. He kind of turns back to you guys. He's shaking his head. He's like, "You have any idea how much I spend on armor?" And these guys act like they're up there in flimsy shirts. Anyway,
I look down at my shirt and go, "Yeah." my unarmored self.
and so Blark kind of just shakes his head and he's, "So who is that?" He's looking over at Spasso.
That's our man.
That's him? What was he? No, never mind. No. All right. So I think we know why we're here, Rao. So
Yep.
how are we deciding this? You're gonna flip a credit to see which one of you gets to go, or
No, I had my turn back on Glove. It's Druto now.
that's true. All right, Druto. Seems like it's your lucky day.
Great. So I get my blaster and kind of slowly make my way over there, and then I'm kind of like,
Yeah, get even, Druto. Get even. Yeah.
and then Druto's like,
Okay. So he's looking away when he fires.
he kind of aims and then looks away.
Oh boy. You're gonna have to roll for that. He looked away.
Yay, rolling.
Okay, what's my role if I'm looking away?
Just roll your blaster skill.
Okay.
It's not gonna be that hard, but
Let's see.
you are gonna get a bit of a penalty
Oh
to your
no!
target number. Please tell me there's a 1. I haven't looked yet.
I mean, I rolled an 18, but
Okay, now I'm gonna look. That's so you definitely rolled well enough to hit. But it's a rule of ones, so something has to happen. So in some kind of like cosmic karmic lesson to Druto that fate does not favor the squeamish. What we have here is a man that was getting ready to poop,
Oh no.
but he was interrupted. And so he had a bit of pressure built up. And so Druto looks away and blasts the guy. And boy, man, this is some bad luck. He hits him in the lower abdomen and kind of burns a hole in him, but also releases a little bit of fluid, like a pasty substance. And so a bit of that brown, nasty smelling, pasty substance, not a lot, just like a very, very light speckling, blows back on Druto's shirt.
Mm.
Just on his shirt. Pew! Oh, roll your damage.
Uh-oh. Let me see. That is...
You weren't aiming for a kill shot. You were just kind of...
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A 20.
Oh, and I rolled a 6.
Yeah, it's for damage though. So
Oh yeah, I don't re-roll. Yeah, that's right.
so let's see. Oh, good. I put those at the top. And that was kind of scary. Wow. Okay. So for the first time ever, I've seen a dice roll that came up all ones. His damage resist roll came up all ones.
Oh boy.
So I have to pull a game master intervention here. You don't usually rule of ones on a damage resist roll, but it's all ones. So what happens is he gets hit in the abdomen and like it kind of opens him up a bit, and he sprays some of his excretion out, but it doesn't kill him. In fact, it wakes him up.
Oh no.
So you shoot him about 3 inches above his genitals, and get all messy as a result of it. And then he and he starts immediately clutching his like completely ruined lower abdomen and screaming and moaning. What do you do, Ace?
I'm gonna aim this time. I'm gonna go for a kill shot this time.
Okay, where are you aiming?
Probably upper chest.
Okay, roll it.
Okay.
He's kind of like rolling around and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and say your target number is like an 8. Okay, so you put another one in him. This time it plugs him right through the chest. Leaves a nice, well cauterized hole without any disgusting blowback. And he just immediately goes limp and cold, like dead. A couple of seconds later, blood starts oozing through the cauterization. But that's it. He's done. You get an XP notification, so you know he's dead.
Lovely.
Okay, and what's your immediate reaction?
Yeah.
Well, after the first shot, he was like, and then like focuses and aims and shoots him, and then he's just kind of stiff, and Okay.
So he's in shock.
I got
basically.
him.
Poor Druta. We've just traumatized him. He's
Yep.
going to be having special dreams about this moment for a while.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Does Rao do anything immediately after this? Druta's just kind of standing there like,
I'll walk up and be like, "Hey, man, good job!" And I'll go to like slap him on the shoulder, but I'll see his shirt and I'll be like, "Yeah."
and does Druto even respond, or is he still kind of in a special state?
He just kind of gives him a look and ignores him.
So Blark kind of ambles over too, and he says, "Yeah, well, he's dead. I'm glad you shoot better in space. All right, I'm gonna go see what those guys out there are doing. Some kind of nonsense over there." And so he heads off over towards the door. Glorbo comes over and kind of like looks at Druto, and he kind of like he just holds his hand up in front of you.
Druto like pauses a few seconds and then just sighs really big and then puts his hand up.
And Glorbo just like gently pushes his hand up against yours. You should see the stats of Gamorreans. Some of them are not very high.
I'm just glad he didn't knock me over by accident.
So, okay. So like a minute or two goes by, and then you get a call across the team comms, and it's Blark, and he says, "All right, everybody, I think we can declare this mission a complete success. We're going to be bringing some civilians up to the ship for treatment. So everyone be aware of that. Otherwise, everyone just go into standby." And he clicks off the comms. What do you want to do for the next 5 to 10?
I'm going to the bathroom if I can find one.
Okay. So you head back into that back hallway, and you kind of check every door along the way, and you find one that looks like an office, but there's no bathroom attached, and one of them's still locked. And then you open one that looks like a bedroom, and you see another door in the back of the bedroom.
Okay, yeah, I'll go check it out.
Okay. So you go and you check that other door out, and it's a luxurious bathroom, complete with a like a nice refresher unit and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get this junk off my shirt and wash my hands like extra good.
Okay. So you go over and you go to the like refresher thing next to the sit down toilet. Looks like somebody didn't flush. So rude.
I'm gonna flush just out of reflex because I'm just so disgusted in general. Get rid of it.
Ironically, it's the poop that matches the poop on your shirt.
Yes,
So
it is.
so you flush it, and you kind of like try to like wipe your shirt. It seems to be smearing. Yeah. And then roll your perception for me. You got a 3 for perception, right? I'm going to give you a target of 8. Okay.
Okay.
You realize just walk through a bedroom with a dresser and full of clothes and
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go rummage.
okay. So he comes back in here. The dresser is like right here. And you kind of pull a couple of drawers open and there's some really nice shirts in there. You kind of recognize some of the brands. They're really good brand clothes. Good quality materials and everything.
Okay. I'm gonna try to grab the least flashy one that's there that looks to be my size and immediately change.
Okay. You've
If
got
if
one
they're
that
any
looks
my
like it.
size.
You pull out one that looks like the least flashy one is one that looks like it has a kind of like a vintage style logo of a like a almost like a soda type beverage on it. You try that on. Fits pretty good.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna grab the one and that's it.
Okay. So now you're all cleaned up. You're not poopified anymore.
I feel so much better. Well, almost. Some things I still can't get out of my head. But better is better.
So
while I'm in there, I'm gonna rummage around some more
okay.
just to see what's in there.
Man, in the dresser there's a lot of clothes. This guy owns a lot of clothes. And the bottom drawer kind of like pulls out and then like folds down and it's got several pairs of shoes in it. You find a few bottles of cologne in there. And you find a couple of nice looking watches in there.
I don't care about it. Are there any like
I'm sorry,
secret
hyper watches.
hyper watches?
I
Chronos.
so much wanted Druto Bibble to walk back out just wearing a full suit.
Dressed in the dead man's clothes.
Yeah.
Look, you're snazzy now.
If the roles had been reversed, I feel like that would have been more likely. How dare you ruin my clothes? Oh, it is a nice suit. No, he doesn't want to stand out ever.
True.
Ever.
Yeah, that is definitely Druto. Okay, so I'm guessing you head back to the main hangar area.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can't find anything other than shoes and clothes and stuff.
You get back there. Ral, what have you been doing this whole time?
I've just been chatting with Glorbo.
Yeah. Glorbo's just kind of so Glorbo says he's really bad at shooting.
I'm not sure he's used to this.
Isn't that what it means to be bad at something?
Good point.
And Glorbo says, I'm very smart for a Gamorrean. So Druto gets back in wearing a different shirt. And about the time he comes in, he's headed over to where you and Glorbo are, I'm assuming. You hear a little bit of noise coming from the far end, and you see the security guys with their kind of like their arm hooked over somebody and helping them kind of like walk out of that room towards the transport. Okay, so they're helping them along, and it looks like it's people that are dressed in civilian clothes, and they're kind of actually they're quite dirty, extremely dirty, and greasy. Um, a couple of them have what looks like maybe some welding goggles hanging around their neck, or like some work gloves sticking out of their pocket.
Okay.
They're very sooty and greasy and filthy.
Is Blark with them?
Yeah, he comes out after the first couple of people helping somebody walk out of there.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of walk towards some of the very dirty people, and be like, hey, try to say it real quietly. Hey, there's a really nice bathroom and a bunch of clothes in there if you need some.
They're kind of headed like in this direction towards the transport, just for reference.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blark kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, Spasso stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Kind of poetic justice too. Well, yeah, I'll have somebody run back there and grab all of it. They're too filthy to put anything else on right now." So what has Ral done after Druto walks off?
He'd probably just follow Druto. Just kind of
Okay.
stroll that way.
Okay. So the whole procession is kind of heading this way. You overheard what he was saying to Druto. And when he sees you joining them, he kind of looks at you and says, "Yeah, I think we lucked out with this. These guys were part of a scrapping and repair crew that was pretty well known in the industry. They disappeared a couple of years back, but from what I can tell, they probably have been keeping in practice. If we're lucky, we might be able to source some cheap, high quality modifications out of these guys."
Was Druto
Cool.
where you could hear any of that, or was that
Yeah.
aimed at Ralph?
Yeah, he was saying that to the two of you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Druto will definitely perk up at that. That sounds great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We even got these two uglies here without a scratch on them. He'll
Fair point. Fair
point
point.
back at the two.
From what I saw, you guys had a little bit of trouble putting them down.
Yeah, they took a beating for sure. Couldn't turn with anything though.
Well, if these guys are the ones that fixed those uglies up, maybe they'll be able to do the same for you guys. Anyway, looks like we've about got them all over here. We're going to get them up to the ship, and then while they're on board my ship, we're going to start the negotiations. All right. The two of you, I don't think you're needed down here anymore.
So I'll just say, okay, and then start heading toward my ship.
Ral,
All right. Sounds good.
and Ral does what?
He kind of stands around awkwardly for a second and then, oh yeah, and starts heading for his ship.
Okay. So they're kind of loading. It looks like it's about 6 people that they've pulled out of that back area. About 6 people that they brought over to the transport. Looks like they had plenty of room for all of them, plus the the security guys that Ral brought down. So they don't need you to ferry anybody out. So you and Druto are able to take off without anything holding you down there. You guys get up into, I guess, an orbit together with everybody else. The entire security team is grouped up there. and everybody's just kind of waiting on Blark to get done with his business and tell them they can leave. So over the comms, Bronk sends out a comms just to all the starfighter pilots. And so he's like, all right, guys. All right, I got to know. How much did everybody get? Guys, I got 2. What about you guys? Well, look, 1.5.
Is nobody else responding at all?
No, not yet.
Druto's just sitting there like, I got traumatized.
Yeah.
He's trying to decide
let's
if he
talk
wants to
about
be like, well,
kills.
technically I got 3.
Does he say that?
No.
He could
He's
say
thinking
it
about it.
like not with that attitude. He could be being very literal about it. Okay.
No. But
So how does he
that's what he's
respond?
thinking. He's not right now.
Okay. So Bronk's like, guys, hey, come on, guys. Look, did anybody get 2? Just tell me nobody got 2.
Okay. Druto kind of hits the comm and, well, yeah, I did.
What? What? So was one an assist or was it a straight out kill of yours?
Yeah, I did have a little help on one.
And Zickaluckle comes on and says, "We did it together." And so Bronk's
Yeah, we did kind of tag team on both of those.
Yeah. And Bronk's kind of like, okay, yeah, these weren't very much fun. It felt kind of like, I don't know, beating up on a fat kid that's too fat to get hurt very much by it. You know what I mean? Guys?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like those. I don't want to shoot any more Y ties down. That's just it's so boring.
Not unless we could get some torpedoes or something.
So apparently Querulous And is just not saying anything because apparently he didn't get any kills of his own. He got like an assist, something like that. Everybody else is just acting out of their personalities. So Bronk kind of comes on. He's like, "Hey, so what did you see down there? Was it pretty gnarly down there? Were there bodies everywhere or what?"
It was just a bunch of crap. It wasn't anything to see.
What, really? That's boring.
Yep.
All right. Well, whatever. And so a little bit later, you can see on your sensors, Blark's his transport has taken off. It's headed up and it's gone back to his command ship. And shortly after that, everybody gets a comms that says, "All right, everybody, let's head out." And so the group heads out to make their jumps back to Nar Shaddaa. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! We're at a place to stop here. So I guess we'll do the follow-up next time. And you guys can do your character points and all that at that time too. that's kind of the pattern we've fallen into. It's convenient, so we'll do it that way. Anything you guys want to add about like before you leave the system or on the way home or anything like that? That's
Nope.
a no.
No,
A
not right
resounding
now.
silence.
Ryle feels like all is right with the universe.
Trudeau feels like nothing is right with the universe.
It's the odd couple. Okay. All right. So that's a good place to wrap it up. We'll be back next time and we'll see what the big boss has to say about all this. So we'll be back at 9:07 or whenever next week, just like clockwork. Punch in, punch out, exactly on time, every time. Yeah, that's it. Bye, everybody.